Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It ain't Monday.
It's Tuesday, which is the harder day for us,
Right.
typically. So
Yeah.
I never see you drink this. You need a little pep in your step.
I do. I need a little pick me up.
Yeah.
What you got in that can?
Little red
It's
ball.
really bad for you. So sugar-free, like, I don't know, chemicals.
Oh, well, as long as it gets you up for the show.
It tastes delicious.
Yeah. All right.
You look woke.
I
as
will
they
after
say.
this.
All right, so we just ended Wake Up Charlotte on air. This is our after show.
Yeah.
Talking about retirement and asking you guys the percentage that you save and put away for your
paycheck.
401k, let's just say, of your paycheck. Yeah, you see the results there at the bottom.
Yeah, because go ahead, please.
I was going to say that we talked about this all morning, but we didn't see how many people don't save. I think there are a lot of people.
Well, we have the zero as an option.
There are a lot of people that don't save. There's a newer generation where saving money means.
I know. I'm worried we're going to be in bad shape coming.
Yeah, there's going to
Coming
be generations that will be
30, 40 years from
struggling
now.
in
I
about
know.
20, 30 years from now.
Who aren't thinking about it right now.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, I'll have Social
Fun
Security.
and games,
Well, for one, you might
party
not have
time,
Social Security given
Mom
the
and
way
Dad
it
will
is.
pay for it.
Or you just have a lot of debt and you can't afford at the moment to save.
One day that money runs out, and you'll be
But it's,
wondering, why did I
honestly,
save?
financial experts will say, regardless of what kind of money you make, I mean, you should be putting something aside because what you put what you put aside at 22 or 23 can compound exponentially and end up being quite a big amount of money. But this all coming from a new survey and research that says that people should be putting aside up to 40%, millennials specifically.
That is so much
That's
money.
a tough one right there.
That's tough. And the reason they say you need to do this is, for one, they say that your 401k is not going to perform as well as it's doing right now forever.
Probably.
And the idea that after you're retired, you should be spending about half about what you were spending when you were actually in the workforce.
I mean, I hate to even think advance the clock 20, 30 years from now when that happens, because, you know, our economy is not going to be gigantic forever. And so that whole thing about saving for a rainy day, it is a good idea to do that because, you know, times are going to be, I hate to be a doomsayer, but times going to get pretty tough. And all it takes is a couple plummets in the stock, like we did in 1929, we go through another depression.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough. So, you know, happy days are here again now, but think about the future. You got to do that.
I mean, I was pretty shocked to see that 22% right now have voted on that they put away more than 15%.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I do probably like right at 12%. I try to, but I haven't always done that.
Wow.
Absolutely not. Try though.
It's tough.
It is tough. It is hard.
My
Living
parents
is
have beat it
expensive.
into my head like my entire life.
Yeah.
You have to save. You have to save. When I first started out and was making $19,000 a year, my mother was, you have to save. I'm like, Mother, I can't afford to live. And she's like, you have to save.
You know, there's some interesting apps that help you to save money. I know I have one, and I honestly forgot that I had it because I got it so long ago. I downloaded it so long ago, and it makes it so it rounds up everything, so it saves those like pennies that you don't even think about. And I looked at it. I've had it now for like 8 years.
Yeah.
It has so much money in it. It was shocking. So like even something like that, I know it's not saving 10% of your paycheck or 40%, but you know, every little bit helps.
It's a little savings plan that you have?
Yeah, and so you connect it to your checking account.
Yeah.
So all of the, like, anytime you get, you know, you pay for something that's like $4.92, it'll take the 8 cents and put it into savings.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Let's talk after the show. I'm intrigued.
The app that helped me save money, I forgot what it was called, but I deleted it.
Very helpful, thank
you. One thing that I did was I created an app, my friends did it, and it shows you how much you're spending a month on food, like entertainment, and just like other necessities. And the amount of money that I spent out to eat was just like absurd. So it makes me, okay, like I have to start grocery shopping because I'm spending so much money on food, and that kind of like helps me save money.
It gives you a knowledge.
Correct.
To then make a change.
It definitely does.
I've even thought about doing the where you take out like a certain amount of cash every week. What is the? Oh my gosh. Why are we all blanking this morning on the name of the apps and things? Where you put the cash in the envelope every single week, and that's how much you can spend on your miscellaneous.
I think I've seen that like on social media, like it's like a big calendar.
It's about a piggy bank.
Is it the Dave Ramsey method?
Oh yeah, Dave Ramsey.
Yeah. well, I guess a piggy bank,
That's
but
right.
you basically look through your budget and you decide what you can spend on going out to eat, clothes, just
And you have it
frivolous
in
things.
tangible cash.
And so when you run out of that cash at the end of the week, like you're done. That's it. So then
Credit
that
cards
kinda
make things
helps
a little
you.
too easy.
Yeah, because you don't see your $2.
Dave Ramsey
$4.
has some great ideas.
Yeah, I love
about the
Dave
economy.
Ramsey.
Yeah.
All right, switching gears here, and you can go vote throughout the day if you want to join that conversation about saving your retirement. Streaming services, all the options we have these days. I personally have Hulu and Netflix. What about you guys?
I have Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime.
Oh, I have Amazon Prime as well.
And Apple starts this Friday.
And I think I'm going to get
And
it.
so
Are you going to get
too
it?
many.
I'm pretty sure I'll
Too
probably
many.
try it out.
Wait.
I don't.
And
Disney
starts-
Plus.
Yeah.
So I don't have cable. I just have internet because I don't really watch TV. When I do, I'm only watching shows or binge watching shows, and so I'm always using those.
That's great,
apps,
Ruby.
so-
You know, your career is on television.
You know what?
I would
That's
say
why we
watch-
have our WCNC mobile app. You can watch it live.
Watch NBC Charlotte. That's
a
what
new
we
one
say.
just rolled out, so you have
Well, you
that.
can have antennas to get
yeah.
your local
Yeah.
channels.
She doesn't though.
A lot of people don't realize over the air, when you get over the air television, you have so many extra channels. We have
Yeah.
like 4 channels on our station
Yeah.
that you can watch. So there's tons of, you
Yeah.
don't have to have cable and watch over the air.
Yeah,
And those, I tell you what, I have one of my televisions that has little rabbit ears.
Yeah.
Those new rabbit ears,
They're
are
good. They're
They're
Fantastic.
fantastic. The signal is
They're really
amazing,
nice,
and
yeah.
they're cheap. You can get them for like $10.
Yes.
Like they're not expensive.
You get
and they're light.
Yeah.
And you really get people think, oh, I'm just going to get 4 channels. You get a lot. So
All
watch
the
us.
local stations have multiple channels, not plugging anybody particularly, except our station.
Yes.
NBC Charlotte, WCNC.
That's right.
I just look at it as, other than news or sports, do people watch live shows anymore? Do you guys?
yeah.
Of course.
Live shows?
Yes,
Talk
live shows.
shows.
I would say, with the exception of
Yeah.
the weekend, that's all I watch.
Really?
Live
I'm
shows.
just binge watching
Yeah.
stuff.
No.
Like
I
I'll
watch-
find a
News.
good show on
I watch
Netflix.
weather.
I was gonna say I watch cable. I watch
So how do you
cable
watch
news.
any news?
I watch cable
News
news
is
all the
live.
time when I get home. CNN and
But-
MSNBC all the time.
That's
So
all.
I have a Fire Stick, and the Fire Stick does some magical things that you can
Okay,
download.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. All right.
Y'all have
Ben, you were shocked by the fact that in this same story, I guess people spend 9 minutes deciding what to watch.
I think that's like really.
What?
That's
9
Low.
9 minutes is low, don't you think, Ben?
I know. I will sit and pass the remote back and forth.
I will do that
That's why you guys watch Bird Box over and over again.
It's exactly why
You
we
go
watch
back to
Bird
the
Box.
show, you know.
Yeah. It's because I call it analysis paralysis. You've got too many options, so you just sit there. It's sort of like when we went from having like
Yep.
Scrolling down, going, all right.
you went from having like 3 or 4 channels to like satellite, and people all of a sudden had hundreds of channels, and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. It's the same sort of mentality, is that all of a sudden we now have so much to choose from that you get super, super picky. And you're like, well, that one actor I don't like in that supporting role, so I'm not going to watch it.
That doesn't seem like a realistic premise. I'm not watching this. Yeah.
Totally. You get so picky. It's like, just watch
It was so
something.
much
me-
easier back in the old days when you only had the major networks. You had
You were
really
less
about 3 or
picky.
4 to
You were
choose
less
from.
picky,
Yeah,
for sure.
I forget what's on Netflix, what's on Hulu, and like what's not on the other. So I'm like on one looking for something that I don't know, and then I just go back and forth. And I think I literally spend 30 minutes, and then it's like, okay, I don't have time to watch anything.
Yeah, forget this.
So, quick story. This weekend, we were sick of looking around for things to watch, so we watched this one that looked sort of fun. That was, it's called Dancing with the Birds, I think is what it was. It was a documentary, 55 minutes long. Super interesting, well done. The footage is gorgeous. I highly recommend that. And then the second one we watched was called, because we were in documentary mode, was The Game Changers.
I watched that just last night.
So
You need to watch
good.
it.
You would watch it. You need to watch it, Larry Springle.
What is it about?
It's
So
about,
it's so good.
What is it called again?
The Game Changers.
Game Changer.
What network is it?
And then this is on Netflix. So
Oh,
this is the move to vegetarianism and veganism.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, I heard
and
about
it
that.
interviews Arnold Schwarzenegger and several
Ooh.
professional athletes.
Interesting.
And
Watch that
Scientists.
after work.
it's so well done.
So it really dispels the common misconception that you have to be eating
Protein.
meat and protein
Yeah.
from meat
Right.
in order to be strong and to have strength and to cut fat and to be lean. This is like the science behind all this is really
Well, look at
remarkable.
the plant-based protein world that's coming about. It's all
Yeah.
been exploding
Yeah.
everywhere.
And so this
even the
talks
fast
about
food
that.
restaurants are doing it.
Yeah.
And it does some very interesting studies
Yeah.
showing what your body is like,
It's really good.
right? You know exactly what
Yeah, I know
I'm
what
talking
you're
about.
talking
I can't wait
What
to
your
watch it.
body is like
Yeah.
after you consume meat and what your body's like after you consume a plant-based
It's definitely one of those documentaries
meal.
that you watch it and then after you're done, you're like, oh, wow.
Right.
Like it's hard to look at
Is
things.
it long?
and
Is it like 2 hours?
No, it's short. It's like
short.
55 minutes. 50
Oh, okay, that's not
minutes.
bad.
Yeah, something
I'll check
like
it
that.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Get a
super interesting. It's actually the
documentary
number
Yeah.
one fastest selling documentary on Apple iTunes ever.
Interesting.
Wow.
Gosh.
Good.
I'm definitely checking that out.
Mike says that Disney Plus, he thinks it's going to kill Netflix.
We'll see.
There's just lots of competition,
Well,
so they're
they're
gonna
all
have,
worried.
There's just
yeah,
so many
they're gonna have
choices, too many
to
choices.
lower their prices or something.
The
They
pie
need
is
to.
getting smaller.
Much smaller.
I will say Netflix has definitely upped their game. They've
Oh,
upped
for
those
sure.
prices, but they've definitely upped their game.
I mean, when you think about
Yeah.
when you think of
The
Bird
original
Box, for
content.
example,
Yeah.
like the original content they're coming out with, and the actors who are doing movies that are.
Beyonce's Homecoming.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
But also, like services like Hulu, then adding live streaming.
Yeah.
So, like, I have that option
live
where I can
TV.
watch live TV
Yeah.
from Hulu, where you don't have that on Netflix yet. So it's
Yeah.
kind of there's constantly trying to
And
one
then
up.
there's YouTube. I mean, I'm a big YouTube
right.
fan.
I love YouTube. Yeah.
Definitely.
I spent a lot of time
And
on
TikTok.
YouTube.
Oh my gosh, I watch TikTok all day. I need to delete
I
that
need
app.
A lot of choices out there.
Hank
Too
Lee,
many.
our web producer, says he uses Roku with Sling. He says
Yeah.
we have Netflix and Hulu through our phone service, and there are way too many options. He'll spend 20 minutes going back and forth, and then he gets aggravated and doesn't watch
Same.
anything. I
Same.
have those moments.
Gosh,
So,
time flies.
all right.
Put up my poll of these top annoyances and what makes you angry the most. We did this story about Reddit users saying what annoys them, what drives them crazy. And these were 4 out of the 5 options that they had. One was the itchy tags on clothes, then pop-up ads, and then hard to open plastic packages, long receipts, and the just crappy toilet paper.
Here's the thing: is that
What?
I feel
No
like-
pun intended.
Yeah.
I feel like
Crappy.
the pop-up ads. Here's my thing on that: is that I don't get them that much anymore because most. Well,
You can block 'em.
Yeah, because you can block them in most cases. I would say my annoyance that's similar to that, and some website that I won't mention is when it will start playing video.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
And all of a sudden it'll be full sound, and you're like,
Yes.
and you've got several tabs open, and you're like, what?
Where's this coming
where's
from?
this
Yes.
I did not pick anything to play. I did not want anything to play.
And it's on the
it's-
bottom, like right, or
and you have to search for where.
Let me tell you
that
something.
will cause me to like blow
A gasket. You know what? So you know how it used to be that you would have to watch the ad prior to something?
yes.
Have you noticed how tricky and sneaky these companies have gotten, that they'll play whatever you're watching the video, and then in the middle they
Yes.
stop the video and play an ad?
Yes. Yes, I
You
hate
talking
that.
like on YouTube?
Yes.
Like if you're watching something,
And it's
I
always at
definitely
like the
hate that.
best part.
Yes. And it's like 5
They
or 6
know because they're like
ads
they have to, that's how
in
people get
one.
paid, so it
Yeah,
makes
that's-
sense.
yeah,
I
we
understand
understand
it.
Definitely
that
a
part
good
of it.
way.
Yeah, I get
keep
that
you
part of it.
watching.
Nothing in life is for free.
The one thing that annoys me about ads, not really pop-up ads, but if I'm searching something on Google and I'll go on social media and
It's
I'll
on there.
see that.
Yeah.
Like, for example, yesterday, I don't know if this is something or not, but I went to Home Goods, right? And so I went to Home Goods, did a little looking, and then I went back home, got on social media, and I just kept seeing Home Goods ads. I'm like, what is this?
They're tracking you. They know what you're buying and they know
I
where you're
hate that,
going.
But how? Like, I literally just drove there.
You can turn off all your settings on your phone.
I'm like, what in the world?
Because
literally
it's
are
location
tracking you.
services.
I hate that. I literally hate that.
You can change it. You know that.
How do you change it? Just turn it
Go
off?
to your
location?
settings. Yeah.
Okay.
But what about like on Facebook when you have, I mean, you still have all those pop-up ads. That doesn't drive you crazy? You can't
I don't
turn
get
those
pop-up
off.
ads.
I don't think most browsers block them anymore.
Yeah. Really?
Like when if you shop
Well,
on
we should've
We're
put
nice
on there-
Midwestern anymore in there. Throw it in.
What we should have put on there is robocalls. I know we talk about it all the time.
Any
but
more
still,
equals now.
Like scammers calling
I'm
you
so
all the
lost.
time. Your warranty on your car.
Always.
I was just told that I was going to be.
This is a great conversation we're having right now.
Yeah, sorry. I was just given a phone call saying that I was going to be put in prison time for my Social Security.
Yeah, I've had that.
I'm like, really?
You're like, so you're well.
I'm like,
no.
no one needs me in prison. Okay? You want to annoy inmates?
Lock her up.
Well, they
Yeah.
changed it by the behavior behind bars. He'll be in maximum security.
Hashtag lock her up.
And you cut out all your tags, I heard, on the show. Your plastic. This bothers you?
I can't stand it.
Have you
Did you?
seen, remember there are tags that say do not remove an
Yes.
When I was about 8 years old, it was on a pillow. I ripped it off. Well, I ripped it off. I went, oh no! And I worried for like months.
Oh, you're so
I didn't
sweet.
tell anybody.
That's Larry.
Oh no, I've committed a
I've
crime.
committed a crime.
They're
Why is
gonna
that
arrest
so?
me.
Why did they say that?
I don't know. I don't know why, but
They probably had warnings on
Do
it.
not remove under penalty of
pillows,
law.
like pillows will say it, and mattresses.
Yeah.
I think maybe
I don't
maybe
understand
at the
that either.
store they should stamp when you get
Yeah, you're allowed
That's,
to take them.
that's
Yeah,
like
you're
the
allowed to
only
take them
thing
off
that
when you go home,
I'm gonna
yeah.
look that up.
On tags on clothes, they don't bother. Like the one on the back of the neck doesn't bother me. It's the one that they have
The
right
side.
here.
Oh,
The
yes.
side.
Ooh.
Yes.
Because it's almost like a little reminder of, oh, hey, you got like a little something right there. It's like, stop, leave me alone. Yeah, drive me crazy.
That's funny.
That's so funny.
This is a great talk, you guys.
Speaking of shows on NBC that
sure
you need
the
cable
viewers
to
love it.
watch, The Voice.
Yeah.
I watch that show.
Carolyn's favorite.
I
This
do watch
guy
it on
is
Hulu
dynamic.
sometimes, but-
His voice is amazing.
His voice is
He's
great.
so good. Let's listen to him, can we? For a longer time than we did.
Yeah, I hope so.
This is the whole concept.
I can't
Play
hear
the
him.
whole thing.
Take it away, Jake.
Sounds good.
You're just like a pill to the making me better. You keep making me ill, keep making me ill. Oh, yeah.
The winner of this
What a
battle.
voice. I'm telling you, that guy he's a winner all the way.
He's so good.
So speaking of YouTube, I looked him up,
Yeah.
and you can find many performances.
Oh, yes, on YouTube?
On
Yes,
YouTube,
right,
and
yes.
he is so good.
He's a natural.
Really, his voice is amazing.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
I mean, when you see him, you don't expect
You
that
better
voice.
do that.
Can we hear this again?
I can't stay on your morphine 'cause it's making me itch.
I said I tried to call the nurse again, but she's been a little witch.
She's good too. That's what I don't like about these shows because they're all so good at this point.
You don't eliminate anyone.
Right.
And you know how hard it is to make it in the industry. You're like, oh, you feel terrible.
you know how good and entertaining that show would be that nobody got eliminated on?
Fine, Ben. Fine.
So Jake was here at the station whenever I did that interview with him a couple weeks ago, and he couldn't say whether he made it or not yet. But obviously,
Could you
he did.
tell though by when you asked him?
You know.
That's interesting
No,
that they know, like,
because
and then
they're
he
so
can't prove
happy
it.
that they got on the show, they got picked. You
Yeah.
know that it's not like they're. I mean, he didn't act sad, so maybe he does make it far because he wasn't like.
So basically, off the record, you could tell it.
But it
But wait,
looked-
but with the voice, don't they get to the live rounds at some point?
Yeah, they
right?
don't know if they
they're not
win.
gonna know.
No.
Yeah, okay.
No.
But he knew that he got to the.
Yeah.
like made it
Not-
past
yeah.
the battle rounds,
Yeah.
which we found out last night that he did because you saw there Gwen chose him, and so I'm gonna.
So
have to go
tonight
watch that
you can
whole
watch it again,
performance.
8 p.m.
Oh yeah,
right.
It's on
back
again.
to back. Gosh, it's a lot to catch up on. They're like an hour or 2 hour long episodes.
I know.
All right, Larry.
Weather
What's the
time, it's
forecast?
going to be in the mid 70s today. Rain moves in tomorrow and again on Thursday. It does.
77 on Thursday?
No, we could get some storms out there Thursday afternoon and evening. I hate to say this, the trick-or-treaters may encounter some showers, so
Yeah.
umbrellas become part of your
Costume.
Halloween costume on Thursday. And this weekend, looking ahead, it's going to be chilly. In fact, Sunday morning, we're down to 37. High 58. That's going to be great weather for that game.
Yeah, I was going to say that'll be actually really nice
Perfect
inside
because
that.
it's going to be sunny out there, and the Tennessee Titans coming to town, and this is going to be revenge. The Panthers are just kind of upset
With
about what
Kyle
happened.
Allen.
Playing again,
Yeah.
starting again.
He's coming back. He's coming
Yeah,
back to Sunday.
they have to
Hopefully
redeem
so.
themselves.
Yeah.
They need to.
I think they will. And if you didn't know, we were talking about Jake because he's from Fort Mill, TKK area.
Sorry if we didn't say
A
that.
local
Yeah,
contestant.
yeah.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye.